We finally made it to Oxford Street and the Lush store, the largest of all the branded locations worldwide. Our last 3 days in Europe were spent in the iconic city, and then we boarded our last flight of the trip bound home for Canada. Welcome to my channel, the home of videos for dailycreatives.com. My name is Christine, and we are traveling the world as a digital nomad family. We have been to many amazing places, from Barcelona to Bangkok, ancient ruins of Cambodia to modern Croatia. We were denied boarding, a plane bound for Cape Town, and drove a Renault Kangoo 7,000 kilometers across Europe. I have cooked meals in all sorts of kitchens and even done an Annie Sloan IKEA hack in an apartment in Hong Kong. Don't miss any of our adventure or what comes next. Head over to dailycreatives.com. The link is in the description box below. I write new posts about 2 times per week about a variety of topics, including travel, creative ideas and projects, and observations from my life. Don't miss any of it by joining us. As a small gratitude, you will receive 2 free downloads, the World Travel Tested Packing List and Chapter 1 from Fruitless at 40. Hyde Park was established by Henry VIII in 1536 when he took the land from Westminster Abbey and used it as a hunting ground. Free speech and demonstrations have been a key feature of Hyde Park since the 19th century. Speaker's Corner has been established as a point of free speech and debate. Even the suffragettes have held protests here. In the late 20th century, the park became known for holding large-scale free rock concerts, featuring groups such as Pink Floyd, the Rolling Stones, and Queen. When my daughter first realized we would stop in London, she had been looking forward to the shopping along Oxford Street. While the Lush store was the highlight of the day, we made many stops to shop and see the sights. In fact, we didn't make it to the Lush store until late in the day. And no trip to London is complete without popping into Liberty on Regent Street. Going back to 1875, when the first store opened, the assortments of products have always been unique and exclusive, items which are not easily found in other shops. Trafalgar Square was about all we could manage after shopping on the first day. I wanted to have a look at Canada House after undergoing so many renovations in recent years. Even thinking back to 1925, King George V declared Canada House open, saying, in part, Canada is a great country, alike in the literal sense of vast extent from sea to sea, and great in achievement and in promise. Hashtag pass on plastic windows, a perfectly timed reminder on reducing plastic in our home life as we make serious plans for our re-entry. Heading back to Hyde Park, we have become proficient users of public transit, so we easily jumped on the tube and headed home. Behind Buckingham Palace is the Green Park and the Canada Memorial, unveiled by the Queen in 1994, remembering 1 million Canadians who served with British forces during the 2 World Wars. The bronze leaves embedded in the granite are maple, the national symbol of Canada. The narrow walkway dividing the memorial in 2 faces the direction of the Canadian port of Halifax in Nova Scotia, from where many Canadian service personnel sailed for Europe. Buckingham Palace has served as the official London residence of the UK sovereign since 1837, and today is the administrative headquarters of the monarch. Impressive in scale and majesty, the palace contains over 775 rooms. London's oldest highway is the Thames, harking back to the time when journeys across the river and many trips within London were made by boat. Across the river is a modern recreation of the original Globe Theatre, first commissioned in 1599 by raising capital from Shakespeare and others. Since it was our last night, we went big and got tickets to As You Like It. And then we found ourselves heading out of the city, back the way we came through Paddington Station, the grand terminus for the Great Western Railway and an impressive building in its own right. The high-speed train service to Heathrow Airport is the most efficient way to transit, a straight shot out to Terminal 3. The underground walkway highlights some interesting periods of history, like the Old London Airport in 1946 and Air Canada flight attendants. Then the Queen's coronation in 1953, as well as all sorts of other interesting points in English pop culture. After a 10-minute walk through, you pop out at the home of Star Alliance, of which Air Canada is a founding member. It was a fitting way to finish our year of flying by coming home with the Maple Leaf. And just like that, we arrived in Calgary. with all the same bags we left with, 23 kilos each, and the same Jeep picking us up as when we left 10 months before. The only difference being that I was now the shortest person in the family. I have figured out where all our stuff is. This is the bag we sent home from Istanbul. That was the last one. Then we sent home a box from, going back, South Africa, Cambodia, and Barcelona. While we were gone, a family of great horned owls was getting bigger in the trees of my parents' acreage. And we traveled to Glen Park Cemetery to lay my grandfather to rest beside my dad's mom, Livia.
So this is 5 feet from there to there, and it's in line with that one.
Okay, perfect.
And so then this one would be somewhat like that.
Yeah.
Anywhere in here is a fine spot for us.
Do you want water in there?
Not yet.
I don't know if the box is going to fit in there. It just might end up just being the bottle.
Luckily we, the royal we, my dad did all the work, were only digging a hole for a box the size of a wine bottle. Nothing like the Alberta skies in the summer. Here we are, digging the hole for my grandpa. We ended up having a celebration of life and a family reunion that was even a chance to spread a small amount of Grandpa's ashes out at the old family farm. I hope you enjoyed the highlights from week 45 in London and Alberta. Thanks for watching, and check out the links below the video. I always try to give a bunch of information to learn more about where we are and what we've been up to. Don't forget to head over to dailycreatives.com. See you over there.